And there we are.
Turn that down, turn that up. Boom.
Ah. Oops.
I left my water cup over there.
How rude. Hot damn.
George Jarder's up, broskies.
Yeah, just like that
the
stream.
M4, the Phonium 77. Good evening. Primo Zemo. What up? Jay and Nick. Get my 91. Howdy, folks. Jason M. Hey, everyone. The new Tyranid model is the Parasitomortrix. I know. And I said that it was probably not going to be the Parasitomortrix because it didn't exist anymore for a long time. Lucky bet. Ooh, ooh. It's a really, really cool model, though. And I love that its rules are gimmicky. I love a gimmick. It can implant a squad with parasites, and then they have a rule called it itches, which means that they don't have objective secured. And I think every time you roll a mortal wound, and if they take a mortal wound, you put a Ripper Swarm next to them, because the Ripper Swarms bust out of the dead infantry like an alien. Ah, it's so great.
Hot damn.
More gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's going to be limited one per army. I suppose it's a named thing, the Parasitomortrix. Ooh, it'd be really cool if it was an HQ.
Probably. You know, I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny because they showed off an army shot of the Tyranid without realizing that the new model was in the shot. And then they took that article down, and then a few hours later, the full rules and everything came out. But it's funny because all the YouTubers jumped on the leak photo, but then their videos were published by the time the real article was out.
Wow. I wonder if they watch. Do you think Games Workshop watches those videos?
I don't know.
Like somebody there.
Somebody probably does. I want to control the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Publish it. Who cares? We don't even know if we can make the model. Publish it.
Jerry!
Yeah, Jerry. Exactly. That one's just for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a neat model. It's a little model. And the Codex isn't out yet, so I wonder if there's going to be more new Tyranids.
Could be.
They haven't teased anything else. The Parasite has been the model they've been teasing forever. So there's no evidence that more stuff will come out, but the possibility is still there because we don't have the full book.
I'm still waiting for more new orcs.
Yeah. Well, there was only like what, a dozen new orc models? Lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely BS.
I saw somebody complaining today that there's been no Tyranids and no orcs. And no Necrons, which is crazy.
People are complaining about Warhammer?
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little odd. Why are you making this up?
There was 13 new Necron models last year.
Yeah,
Celtic Nord tips. Got my hands on some Tallarn. Super excited. Ooh, I have some Tallarn. I should do a video on those guys one day. Captain Howdy 91. I hope the new bug is cheaper than the Exocrine kits. Probably. Isn't the Exocrine huge?
All powerful lamp. Rip no new Groot. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? The current kit is still okay, and if you get heads from
Looks the crazy.
Felix the Crazy. Then you're ready to rock. Alfarius. Yo, I am Alfarius. I've done my first oil wash, and I've also picked some, painted some power swords I'm really proud of. Check Patreon only if you want to see them.
There you go. Another reason to join the Patreon.
Yeah. Jason M. It'll be one per army, just like the other bug characters. I hope that they do a new Red Terror.
That'd be pretty great.
DK2. Can orcs teleport if they believe? No, but they can teleport if they're standing near the weird boy. Is that the jump? It's like a
yes.
a crazy powerful psychic ability where you can jump like 30 orc boys all the way across the field.
Pretty fun. George Gajardo, speaking of controlling the narrative, Army Painter left a few comments on my tiny YouTube channel defending speed paints.
Nice. Neat.
Did you make a video? Did you make a video just shitting all over them? Because that's pretty fun. And then, yeah, I know they seem to comment on people's
They do?
people's videos.
Where is Army Painter based out of?
I think it's Denmark.
Denmark, yeah. Yeah, they got time over there. I wish I was based out of Denmark.
We can move at any moment. I'm ready to go.
Perfect. All right,
I got
turn the stream
bags
off.
are packed.
Mm-hmm.
Bush Bandit. What clan are Du Bois from?
The green one.
That's pretty specific.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, George Gajardo. Nah, I was apparently using speed paints wrong.
Ah, interesting. Were you using a
supposed to use
paintbrush
them?
like a? Yeah.
Yeah.
The only negative I've heard of speed paints is that they can be a little delicate.
I mean, so am I.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
George Gajardo spilled the tea. What was up with him?
I'm sure he's tippity typing away.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Fitt, if you want something even worse, we Space Marine players have gone like a month without a new model, and I'm currently going into withdrawal. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
You know, if you don't count the Black Templar, I mean, generic Space Marines haven't gotten anything for a while. I mean, I guess the last thing was probably the new Primaris Ancient model, which kind of came out with pretty much no real fanfare. I think people were like, "Yep, guy with the banner, cool."
George Gajardo, they are kind of delicate, but mostly they taste funny.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to use them as more of a mixer.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Flipno Dudette idiots. Delicate meaning they will reactivate if they get wet.
Mm-hmm. I really want, because I need to do that video soon. But I really want to try to see if I can use that reactivation as like a pro. Like, can I use that as a strat?
Like, almost have it be like watercolor or something.
Yeah, or like oil a little bit. Like you put it on and then you wipe it off.
Yeah.
Probably worth a try.
I wonder if you could glob on two colors next to each other and then reactivate them and blend them together.
Maybe. I mean, you could probably also just blend them together as paint.
Yeah. But I wonder how delicate in quotations this the stuff actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Fitz, don't all paints taste funny? I thought that was how you could tell the good from bad.
Oh, yeah, that's how the pros do it. Take a little shot.
They do by taste.
Mm-hmm. Eccentric line. Speed paints shoot through the airbrush nicely. Ooh, interesting. I know people spray contrast through the airbrush, but God, does that seem expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Ed Scar, it's been 77 years since Bolt Action got any new units. Beaky players be blessed. Christian Ariza, Jay reminds me of a less metal but still metal version of Tom Araya, the lead singer of Slayer. Well, one day I'll win a Slayer sword, so.
Well, there you go. You know what? I think we've gotten that before. I'm sure somebody said that.
George Gajardo, nobody ever comments on my videos, but I used a brown undercoat. Most comments is telling me how dumb I am, which is fair. Ooh, that would actually be kind of interesting, too. I know everybody tries them over like a gray or a white, because that's how Games Workshop contrast works. But it'd be interesting to see how they go on over other colors.
It would be interesting.
VD95, Java Sculpt minis and send you the files. Is there a chance they'll end up in a video? There's a chance. I mean, you could take a picture and send us a DM on Discord. We could take a look. Jason M, lead paint tastes best. Yeah, of course. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. It's my preferred. Just had a big old bowl of paint chips this morning, actually. Jeff Jefferson, do you like baked beans? They
yeah.
are okay.
I like black beans. I think I like black beans a little more. I like refried beans. Isn't that a British thing to put baked beans on toast? It just seems weird.
I don't know. Yep.
Alex Vogel, do you usually finish the bases of your minis before you're finished painting, or does it vary on what you are painting? It varies. Usually I paint them at the same time, especially for simple stuff like this where it's just sand.
Sand.
Ooh. Slimna Doodad 88. Black beans are awesome. Christian Ariza. Pinto beans for the win. Jeff Jefferson. I got some beans stuck in my monitor.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough out there.
Hey, Miguel, Jay, what are people's opinions of licking the paintbrush? I'm a kind of a brush licker. It's a bad habit, but there's nothing else that so perfectly and so quickly reshapes the brush.
You could have someone else lick it for you, then it's a little less gross.
There's an idea. Get an intern, get Sean.
Maybe that's kind of like a service that we could provide people. Like we wouldn't be licking the brushes, but you know, maybe we could get somebody to do that.
Kickstarter for pre-licked brushes.
So they take that, Miniac. And what we would do is we would buy his cases, but we would hammer back down the Miniac to be flat. And so it's just a weird damaged case.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we would do. And then we would spray paint them blue.
Yeah.
So they're different.
Internet Man, Nick and Jay, what do you guys think of the new Kill Team data slate? Also, Jay, what chapter is the 6th member of your Death Watch Kill Team? Oh, yeah, because I'm going to need a 6th guy now. All right, first person in the chat to type in Kill Team new member blank. Your suggestion will become that chapter.
Unless it's already one.
Yeah, unless it's already like Dark Angels. I have it on my phone, but my phone's over there.
Mind Fit. Kill Team new member Ultra.
Ultra what? There's multiple chapters
Yep,
called the Ultras.
Yeah. You got.
Ooh, it looks like
Kill
Kick the
Team new
Bandit.
member Raptors. Yep.
All right, Raptors. It's gonna be Raptors chapter. Oh, let's just see. Is that I think that's the green guys. Space Marine Raptors. Yep, yeah, I knew it. That was a chapter. They're like a military green color with I think a hawk as their logo. Images. Yep. Okay, that's easy enough to paint. I'll do that one. Lucky Bat, the orange one.
There you go. Do that one instead.
Prime 1 collector, Kill Team new member, Giovanni Giorgio. Is that the music guy? He had like a little thing in one of the Daft Punk albums.
Couldn't tell you.
Alex Novogel. Oh my gosh, EonsOfBattle brush licks. A little lip-shaped brush cleaner that you can dip the bristles into and then rewet the brushes and reshape it.
That'd be hilarious.
Internet Man. Jay, you could have made your life so much harder by typing out a Space Marine chapter with a super hard logo to freehand. Yeah, but see, I'm kind of safe because there's a good chance of somebody picking a short chapter or like an easy chapter before somebody has time to type out a big, complicated chapter.
There you go.
Prime 1 collector. You got it, from Daft Punk. Yeah, well, I don't think he's from Daft Punk, but that's where I know him from. The end. My friends call me Giorgio. Yep. Peter Bandastic, Noise Marine Kill Team, them theme Purple Rain with Prince logo. I think the new Kill Team data slates, or whatever it's called, it was interesting. I think it's really kind of a bummer that regular Tactical Marines didn't get anything. And having Primaris brought up to the same number of guys, 6, I feel like it's kind of just makes them objectively worse. But who knows? Maybe down the line they'll get something.
I hope not. Harry McGill, gap filling sucks.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Imagine, like a lot of people love different parts of the hobby. Like, oh, I really like painting. Oh, I really like model making. But somebody's like, I really love filling the gaps.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
Yeah, it's gotta watch out for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real weirdo. Edsgar, I quite enjoy gap filling. It's satisfying to fix the issue from a model. Not my favorite part, though. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind it here or there. It sucks when it's like every model needs it. Like when you buy a box that just has really bad gaps. You're like, ugh, every single one of these guys.
I usually, when that happens to me, I just throw them out and I get different stuff. Do you guys do that too? Christian Araza, gap filler was my nickname back in the day.
Yeah. Internet Man, I dislike the Tactical Marines or Scouts didn't get anything in the data slate, but Tactical Marines have the special weapon edge over the normal Primaris counterparts. That is true. I think Scouts are good. I don't think they needed anything. But yeah, regular Tactical Marines, I mean, they get to have a heavy bolter or a missile launcher, and I guess they do get a plasma gun. So it's not all bad for them. The Primaris can take a power fist. Actually, so can the regular tacticals. So I don't know. There's something about the Necron. There's a Facebook Necron group I'm a part of, and boy, every time anybody get rules, somebody immediately threads start about how, oh no, this is super overpowered, and Necrons will never ever be able to win again.
That's amazing.
Ooh, except for today on one of the kill team groups though, somebody was talking about how now Space Marines are way too good, and Orc Commandos will never be able to beat them, and everybody was like, "What are you talking about?" Because he kind of like math hammered it, where he's like, Space Marines get way more activations, therefore they're better. And then everyone was like, it's not really how how it works though.
Yeah. That's what I think is interesting. People just assume they don't play test it.
Mm-hmm.
At all. Like, they've played 3 games in their whole life, but the people that work there probably played it a bunch.
Hmm.
I mean, there's play testers that work for Games Workshop.
Yeah, who like to leak documents.
Exactly. That's like their favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that too. It's fun.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a lot of fun to do that.
Mm-hmm. I know. The rules for the new edition of 30k just got leaked.
Oh.
I haven't looked into it all because I don't care about 30k, but.
Very interesting.
DDD 4101, what box has the biggest gap issues? Which one has the biggest gaps? Space Marine Rhino is pretty bad. Probably vehicles. The Orc Knobs have a pretty big gap between their torsos. Their two halves of their torso.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the knob. That's the best one I can think of off the top of my head. What models have I put a lot of gap filler on? I don't know. Often I'm lazy and don't fill the gap. Ooh, Harry McGill. All of the chimneys on my Carnifex are in 2 pieces. Oh yeah, I bet Tyranids have some bad ones. Because Tyranids should be completely seamless. Because they're all like living creatures.
Mm-hmm.
MS Paul, pro tip, you never have to worry about stuff being overpowered if you never actually play the game. That is true.
Yeah. It's very, very true. You also don't have to worry about if you lose all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose anyways. It's going to be fine. Sean. Because we're gonna start beating Sean now.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he's going to play Orc Commandos. We're all going to play Space Marines. And we're just going to keep winning, right?
Mm-hmm. I think my sisters are ready. My sisters novitiates.
Andy Crimson tips. You know what else has gaps? That's right, the Eons of Battle Patreon. Be sure to subscribe today.
Oh boy, does it ever have gaps.
Oh yeah. But like in the good way, like that you want.
Mm-hmm. Jason M. For spore chimneys, I like to use extra thin glue, get it fairly wet to melt enough glue so when pressed together, some plastic squirts out, let dry, and then cut it off like a mold line. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a really good use of sprue goo.
I got sprue goo right over here for you.
Mm-hmm. Although I would caution against using sprue goo for large gaps. I think the best way to fill a large gap, I think you should super glue it first so that it's at least stuck the way it is, and then put on putty or sprue goo or something, because I've often seen it happen where somebody glues together the kit, there's a giant gap, they just put in some sort of a gap filling putty, and then later on the model like flexes or warps, and then just a crack appears. You gotta make sure it's nice and solid so that there's no chance of flexing. That happens to a lot of people with their Primaris Outriders. Outriders can have a bad gap if you don't build them perfectly, because they have that
most people build
seam
them
running.
perfectly. So.
Oh yeah. It's a tricky kit. It's also a tricky kit because you have to assemble. There's an order of operation to it, and you can tell everybody who just winged it and built it how you'd imagine it gets built, and then had to tear it apart to put the pieces on properly.
Yeah.
Johnny Silverhand, anybody try painting those new Cyberpunk Red miniatures? I don't know what Cyberpunk Red is.
Me either.
Alex Novogel, I received those Eldar Dire Avengers you inspired me to order off of eBay with your constant praise of the Eldar faction. I think I'm going to paint them to look like a squad of cyborg ninjas circa MGS1. MGS1. Magic Gathering Season 1.
You got it.
MGS1. Ah.
No, that was.
Chris, lol, you've seen my Outriders. Oh, I had to do it too. Ah, Metal Gear Solid. Okay. Now it all makes sense. No, I've never played the Metal Gear games, because I don't play many games.
And I've actually, speaking of computers, now you can play games and you're not, and so I've been. There's so little time.
There's so little time.
So little time. So I know. I think you had this problem. Then someone on our stream had the problem where you're using Blender on like a good computer and it's not rendering right, and so you have to make sure you change. Everything over from the CPU to the GPU. So I've been having so many problems with Adobe Premiere. It wouldn't, like, I would slow down footage and it would just be so messed up, and it wouldn't. I like couldn't watch things like even like through proxies. I'm like, what is happening? This is a brand new computer. Because the only thing changed, because it used to be fine. The only thing changed was I bought a new monitor that's quite resource intensive. And so what I realized is I didn't have the hardware accelerating on. So it was like maxing the CPU at 100%. And so once I turned that on, it was using both the CPU and GPU, and then I can do anything now.
Neat. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to do that because I downloaded the drivers and stuff. I just couldn't figure out how to actually turn it on.
I don't think you don't need the drivers.
You don't need the drive. It told me I needed the drivers when I Googled it to
don't.
figure it out.
Nope, it's just a setting.
Ah.
In Blender.
Oh, in Blender? Okay, I'll have to.
Yeah.
Okay, I can probably figure that out then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So my life is beautiful and wonderful now.
Go Mitch yourself. Have you guys heard of Star Citizen? Isn't that video game that was in development for like 5 years? White Rose.
Yeah.
LOL Star Citizen. Still pre-alpha since 2013.
Oh, there you go.
It's Garrett. Been trying to learn Blender. I'm not so good yet. Have you done the donut? Gotta do the donut.
You gotta do the donut.
Gotta do the donut. I've done the donut. It's hard.
Oh yeah. And it's fun because you basically have to do it again.
Yep.
For Blender 3.0. It's a little different. Yeah, Blender is hard. But you know what else is hard? That's right, our Patreon.
Yeah!
I don't know why it's hard, but it is.
Oh, God. Captain Howdy 91. Some guy on Reddit has taken 4 boxes of the new Necron Warriors and cut every part off the sprue and piled them up. I feel so bad for him. Ooh. You gotta follow the instructions on those. Damn. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. If he's lucky, he'll be able to, like, figure it out, put them into piles of the right parts, and figure it out. But yeah, that's rough.
Let's go. I have not done a donut. Oh, you need to look that up.
Gotta do the
Blender
donut.
Donuts.
Blender Guru donut. Love the Blender Guru.
I also love all the YouTube videos calling him a hack and saying that you can easily do it in you know, like a minute if you want to. Love that.
Totally missing the point that he's not really showing you how to make a donut. He's showing you how to use Blender.
Yeah. It's adorable.
Like, yeah, of course you just hit the donut button on Blender and you make a donut, but that's not the point. Remember the guy who made, like, a donut in 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, he was being funny. He wasn't trying to poke fun at Blender Guru. And then he, like, makes a universe covered in donuts.
Yep.
God, I remember I spent like, because it took me days to properly do the donut, and I lost all of my progress because my file, something got messed up, and so I started over and I decided, you know what, screw it. Now I have a tiny bit of experience. I'm going to make a Long John donut. And I spent an entire day figuring out my Long John and then like figuring out how to do the wrapping and everything. And I'm like, ha, I now know everything. And then I watched the next video in the series and he just immediately shows you how to do the wrapping in a few minutes.
Yep.
And I was like, yep. Could have just followed the tutorial, but a day of Google
cool
foo
instead.
and yeah. Oh, and what a long John it was. It was a long Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Keppel, thinking about getting into Warhammer. Where do you recommend me to start? I'd probably go on the Warhammer website and look at all the armies and see which one you like the best. Or else there's a YouTuber called Bricky who has a really, really good video about every faction, looking at every faction of 40k. If you're thinking about getting into Kill Team, I have 2 videos that go through every Kill Team available for, or every faction available for Kill Team.
I like the part where you burped. That was my favorite part. Johnny Silverhand, hey, what's the green paint you're using for this orc? I'm looking for a good orc skin recipe.
It is Caliban green. It's brown. I base coated everything brown, and then I dry brushed it with Caliban green, and then I washed it with Bealtan green, which is a green wash, and then I'm highlighting it with P3 worm green, which is pretty much lime is the color it is. I also have a video called Painting Isn't Hard, You Guys, where I go step by step painting one of these orcs.
Yeah, and painting isn't hard, you guys. Jeez.
Flipna Doodad 88. Shoot, I can't figure out Tinkercad. Oh, Tinkercad. Everybody should spend an afternoon playing with Tinkercad. It is fun. It's a little in-browser, super simple CAD app.
Get up. Flipping to do that 88. Pots, I'm triggered.
Benjamin Reynolds, there's a donut button on there. Like Star Trek, it just appears. There's no donut. Well, there's sort of a donut button. What's the name of the donut shape?
Taurus?
The Taurus, yeah. That's sort of a donut button. There's also a monkey head button.
That is true.
Brush Bandit, Nick J, have you guys ever experienced international travel? I've only been outside the country once. I visited Tlaxcala, Mexico.
I went to Mexico, but I went to a very white part. It was very fun.
I was visiting family. Flipping to Doodad 88. Listen to Voldemort for inspiration. I love Voldemort. If I had the power, like if I was somebody at YouTube and I could just click a button to like super promote someone's channel, I would do Voldemort. He has easily the best. Yeah, I'd pick ours, but presumably that's against the rules. But like I think his videos are the best. They're nice and short. He makes these amazing stories, and he doesn't get nearly as many views as all of the other dumb lore channels that just talk to you. And then the 13th Black Crusade landed on Cadia, and then they fought, and then the thing happened, and the Khazarkin, like that is boring. Make it a story with characters. But I guess most people disagree with me.
I would kind of appreciate it if you wouldn't call my channel out like that. I'm really trying my best.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're just going to be mean from now on.
Go Mitch up. Have you seen the latest Picard episode? I haven't been watching Picard. I've only seen The Next Generation, which I love Star Trek The Next Generation. I'll probably get into Deep Space Nine next. Sean,
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry for donuts right now.
Oh, I could go for a donut.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'd go pick up a donut right now, but gas is expensive.
Yeah.
I had to fill up. It was rough.
Oh yeah. Did you do it today?
Yeah, or yesterday.
I did it a couple days ago
Mm-hmm.
when it was still expensive, but not as expensive as you paid.
Yep.
You feel like such a loser.
Maybe I'll make my own gas.
That we could do that. That could be a kind of a fun business, and we could do it in Denmark because we're moving to Denmark soon.
Yeah. Aaron Gret, side note, I just assembled my sister's Paragon Warsuit box. Love the sculpts. Prime and paint this weekend. Sweet! I love the Paragon Warsuits too. I think they're awesome. Is there any white paint on my palette that's still workable?
Benjamin Reynolds, gas hurt my feelings today, honestly. I was mad after. Oh yeah, I was comparison shopping like motorcycles. You can get 134 gallons or 134 miles per gallon on some motorcycles.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it makes sense.
Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. Very neat.
I want a Vespa.
Yeah.
I want a vehicle that goes when I drive. Either that or one of those like Little Tykes big wheels.
Mm-hmm. My cousin Connor had one of those. It's pretty sick. I was like a little too big to be in it, but I would still do it anyways. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. White Rose, Deep Space, when Whoopi Goldberg was young. Christian Riza, you should watch Deep Space 69. Yeah.
That's next.
Sean, moonshine will run your car with a bit of work. That's true. Samuel Larkin, I 3D print gas.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Ed Scar, my fuel efficiency can double depending on how I ride. I used to get 7p per mile, up to 13 per mile, depending on if I was going to work or rolling motorways. Getting bored. I don't know much about the tabletop. Are snotlings playable too? No. They're not a unit. I think are some of like the little helper grots snotlings?
No, they're just grots.
Just regular grots.
Yep. Yeah, they're just snotlings are like tokens, basically.
Jason, I just siphoned my neighbor's cars at night. There you go. That's the move.
Yep. As more people should.
Alex Noah Vogel. Jay, have you ever heard of solo electric cars? I think you dig them. Imagine a motorcycle sidecar with 3 wheels. A motorcycle sidecar with 3 wheels. Interesting. I know about the trikes, the 3-wheel trikes. I remember one time a huge procession of motorcycles drove past my neighborhood, and it was great because it was tons and tons of burly dudes on choppers, and then right in the back, just an old lady sitting on top of a trike.
Love it.
She was the queen of the bikers.
Oh yeah.
Probably smoking a ciggy too.
Yeah. I mean, you have to if you're gonna have a motorcycle, especially a trike.
Yeah.
Go with yourself. How many grots and 2,000 points? A lot.
That was a crazy number.
Too many.
Swordfish. Set my car on fire and use the insurance to buy a bike. Nice.
There you go.
Plays with cars. Buy cars with full tanks and sell them with empty tanks. It's kind of like buying a t-shirt and then throwing it out once it's dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Trike.
I like the bikes with motors.
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
They are fun.
I mean, imagine you live in a city. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Just zip around.
Yeah, the only problem is everything is so far away from everything. It's just not really doable.
What do you mean? Oh, with the motorbike, with the bike that has a motor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd have to get a real motorcycle of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Driving to your place at 9 in.
Mm-hmm.
Cars blowing past at 50.
I mean, you just couldn't. I mean,
yeah.
Those don't go very fast at all. Like you'd be kind of a dick if you did that with like a moped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of those only go up to 30.
Yeah, and that's probably the speed limit on that road, but people do like 50, 80.
Yeah, well, the speed limit's like 60 in my mind. It's
Yeah.
like 45. I go 60 for sure. Although there is, I know where the cops go because I see them all the time, but because there's kind of a church nearby, and they always have a car parked there. Like I would say, I don't know, maybe once a week. And because people, there's kind of a hill, and so people drive insanely fast up the hill, and then they just, they keep going while they go down the hill, and then they get got. Losers.
I know, by me, the cops hang out at night. Sometimes if I go for like a midnight, head out at midnight, they hide behind a sign, which is super sneaky because you cannot see them. And then you're speeding because there's not a single soul on the road. And then all of a sudden, just zoop, there they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeping the nobody on the road safe.
Yeah.
I know, it's because, you could lose control and damage something, but you won't.
You won't. I mean, I could see that if it was like really raining.
Yeah.
It's never really raining.
No.
So, yeah.
We're not bitter, though.
No.
Benjamin Reynolds. Some mopeds can go about 60, but I don't think I could ever do 60 on one of those without feeling like I'm going to die. Oh my god, 60 would be so fast.
Yeah.
God, and imagine, because you're sitting upright. Imagine the wind just punching you as you're moving.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wear a helmet. I mean, maybe you wouldn't, but you're supposed to wear a helmet. Yeah, you got you get your leather jacket on.
Mm-hmm. on my pastel pink moped.
Exactly.
You got like the Harley leather jacket, born to ride, and then you're just on some dumb little moped.
Exactly. They do make. I know this wouldn't be for you, but maybe for other people out there that need something like this. They do make mopeds that don't look bad.
Yeah.
They make ones that look cool.
Yeah, but I'd get the bad one.
Of course.
So chat, which moped should I buy?
Yep, and you're gonna buy it on stream.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to get a driver's license, like
Yes.
motorcycle license?
Not for mopeds if they're under a certain speed.
Okay.
It also depends on what state you live in.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember our friend Jess? She had a moped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't have to have a special license for that.
So when on the moped, when you start to go you speed up or slow down, is there a little sign that says "Taurus" or "hair"?
Yeah, I believe so.
Benjamin Reynolds, I don't know what brand of moped, but you need one with the streamers on the handlebars and a bell. Absolutely. And a basket. Nice wicker basket in the front.
Yes.
Christian Ariza, get a Segway instead. Ooh, you know what? I really, really want one of those one wheels. Those look dope. They look like a lot of fun. They're also really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The motor is in the wheel. It's really cool.
Remember the guy at UWM that had a Segway?
Yes, I do.
Like the dorky guy that had the Segway. Man, he was killing it with the ladies, I'm sure. Like, hot damn. That was pretty awesome.
Kaio Disaster. Hey, Eons, how long usually does it take for paint to dry before another layer of paint can be layered? Usually like a few seconds.
Where is it? Jason M. You should get a Yamaha TW250. I looked it up. It's really cool looking. Jay cannot have one of those. It's way too cool.
Nukester. Yeah, one wheels cost like $2,000. Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, you could buy half a motorcycle, like a half a new motorcycle.
Really, $2,000? I thought they were like 800.
I thought they were 1,000. All right, now we're gonna buy one of these.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
So now we're just spending our money willy nilly, getting all this stuff.
Yeah, shop now. $1,000 for the Pint $1,400 for the Pint X, $2,000 for the GT. Yeah, so it looks like
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't get the difference.
yeah,
They
but
all
if you don't get
look
that
the same.
you don't get that GT, you're not cool, obviously.
The GT is a quantum leap in one-wheel performance. Okay, the Pint X apparently
Ooh.
has a bigger battery.
I mean, how big of a battery do you need? Like, where are are you? How
This-
far
does
are
it-
you
yeah,
going?
does it say your like your range?
Yeah, I feel like you might be a little desperate if you need that to go to work.
There is no information on this. It's literally just says $1,000. You can get it in slate or sand. In stock.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, here we go. Jason, I'm Nick. Can Jay have a Honda Trail 70?
Nick gets to pick it.
Yeah. It's we have a very specific budget in mind for you. Well, you can't have a cool one.
No, yeah, of
Like,
course not.
Vespa would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much they would run us. Yeah, this is fine. It's kind of cool. It's just it's a little dopey,
Mm-hmm.
but that's fine. Okay, how much?
Benjamin Reynolds, I think the most cost-efficient vehicle is a high-end RC car pulling me in a little red wagon. Yeah!
That'd be great. Love a little red wagon.
And speaking of a little red wagon, look at the time,
Whoa.
folks.
It's little red wagon o'clock. We're gonna go pull each other in little red wagons.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had a video yesterday. We have 3 more videos out. 1 tomorrow, 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. That Saturday one's a Patreon exclusive episode where we're critiquing some minis. Some Patreon members submitted some minis, and we're making fun of them, but mostly just helping.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have our Patreon-only live stream after our normal live stream on Friday, where you can actually call in and chat if you're a Patreon member. And that's all done through Discord as well. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, so join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.